Hello. I saw a video from Mr. Richter Knives. Trust everyone had a good 4th of July, by the way. God bless America. Mr. Richter Knives presents a challenge. Pick a knife and carry it for 1 month. Report your findings. And I love this idea. It puts me in mind of how I actually started posting on my channel, which was in response to a similar challenge from Captain Electro. Which was a little different in that it also involved the knife being a knife that one had made oneself. Now, in the case of Mr. Richter's challenge, the knife is to be a knife that is a knife that perhaps one would have inclined to baby, to have as a safe queen, to not even use, perhaps. Well, throw that in your pocket and use it. I was already carrying this one, and I told Sir Knifesalot that I was going to sport this for some days in my pocket, and I've been enjoying that. And I figured out the one-handed opening. I made a video about that. I was all happy. Then I went and oiled the blade, and then there was a package in the mail, and I was very happy about the package. So I reached for my trusty knife, and I did my little flip, and when I caught the blade... no, excuse me, not there. When I was at this part, because the blade was oily, well, lo and behold, I slipped and I slashed myself. So I'm just going to look at the knife rather than at the camera when I do that again. Yeah, okay, cool. It is very easy to do that, but you can fudge it. So not as easy as, let's say a flipper or whatever. Not quite so convenient in that regard. Also, kind of very heavy and chunky, if you're going to just wear a pair of trunks or whatever. Not so convenient in that regard. Not a knife that I need to baby, but this is not going to be the one. I had another notion, and indeed the package that I was going to open with this contained not this knife, but another random Leek Kershaw. This is my first random Leek, and I got this at a local sports shop about a year ago, and I was keeping it in the well of my car, the bit in front of the shifter there. Just kept it in there as my car knife, and that was pretty cool. But eventually I switched that out, and now I've got the SE Chirp that I won from John Clark riding in the car. And so I took this out and started, fidgeting with it a bit more and using it, because I didn't use it much in the car, except just open a package or whatever there occasionally. But, I sharpened her up a bit, did some whittling. And this is a great knife, actually. I really like it. I read on Reddit. I started looking into it, the Kershaw Leek, the random. I found out this is not the Leek, it's the random Leek, because it's got the reverse Tanto / lamb's foot with belly profile on it instead of the pointy one. I like this better, I think. Okay, so yeah, looking at that, looking online, and I came up with this one. Oh, a liner lock. Yeah, this is a frame lock, by the way. Frame lock, really snappy action. Oof, bang, bang straight out. Off the thumb too. I'm not a huge fan of having that flipper tab there, but I resisted the urge to just grind it off thus far. So, yeah, this one is a liner lock. It's a little more sluggish on the action, but that may loosen up. But the blade is very different. This is in 20 CV, whereas that is 9CR13 MOV, I believe. It's great, it handles fine, but we'll look at the hollow grind on this for a second. Very slicey hollow grind. And the tips are different, definitely. Well, because this is flat. It's a little off on that swedge there, maybe. But, yeah, this would be the one to baby, wouldn't it? With the titanium scales, and it's way more limited edition even than that, which was Yeah, it's now discontinued. You can still get them, but it's out of stock on the Kershaw website. So yeah, this one's a little more fabulous, right? With the titanium and the 20 CV, and this would be the one to hold in reserve. And this would be the one, especially because I carry usually multiple knives in the pocket on the belt. So if I need a whittler, I'll carry a special whittler. If I need a chopper or whatever. So the EDC pocket clip knife, which is another thing, is I'm not really sure whether I like pocket clips at the end of the day. And another thing is that this is set up for tip down out of the box, whereas they have the screw holes for tip up, but they haven't modernized the assembly. They could bring the knife up to date, couldn't they, just by... Yeah, so I was saying Reddit, someone saying on Reddit, does anyone even like the Leek anymore? Like it's some old design and it's out of date and whatever. But I'm new to the whole thing, and it's a pretty novel knife for me, especially this one. And judging by how that blade performs, I like the idea of a flat ground one very much. Assuming this looks flat to me. Could be very slightly hollow. We'd have to check with a ruler. But yeah, the edge on this looks very nice. Factory edge. I haven't really tested it yet. I must have cut something. But, this is after I touched it up. So that's not exactly factory edge. But anyway, because of the difference in grind, comes out different. Right, so I will be attempting to make a short with this knife shortly. I'm going to cut something with it. I already got something in mind. And then every day subsequently, if I get around to it for the month, I'll see if I can film myself cutting something with this knife. As opposed to short. Or maybe a long. We'll see. Okay. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for watching.